Hi, I wanted to do hopefully a quick video on an ARC notebook for my husband, and I had to mention I won a contest on a blog called My Pen Needs Ink, and look at the beautiful pen roll that I won. That is gorgeous. So I will be using that with my fountain pens. It's really beautiful. Alright, so the things that I ordered for my husband, he finally actually let me talk to him about office supplies and those kinds of things, which was really exciting because that never happens. And so I was showing him the ARC notebook, and which was a shock in itself that he would even sit there and let me show him a notebook. It's office supplies just aren't really his thing. And he's looking at it, and I'm telling him, and you could do this, and you could do this. And he said, let's do it. And I said, what do you mean? He's like, I want one. I said, really? And he was all on board, and so we went through the products, and he told me what he wanted, and I happily ordered it for him. Now, interestingly, so I didn't go into the Staples for his stuff, and they don't have all the same products that they do on the website as they do in the store. I mean, we all know that. But, so things, some of you know I got a really good deal on this little notebook, and only this size, only this color. When I went onto Staples' website, I don't know if it's because I'm a rewards member or what, but as I was looking at these products and putting them in my cart, it would say, if you put this in your cart in the next 20 minutes and buy it, then it'll be, 20% off or whatever. And so he really wanted the paper punch. He's going to use this for work, and he said he already has some ideas in mind, and he really wanted the paper punch. The paper punch is like $45 at the store, and I think it was like $44 on Staples' website. I put it in my cart, and it ended up being like $33. They gave me a discount of like $33. So this is going to his job, which makes me sad because I was like, can't we share it and keep it at home? And he's like, how does that help me at work? Fair enough. So I will show you what that looks like. I just wanted to show you what I got him or what he wanted. And then something interesting that some of you have found that I found when I opened this. So he wanted the large 8.5 by 11, or what is it? 11 by 8.5. That's what I just said, 8.5 by 11. He wanted the large notebook in black leather. And so this is a really nice looking notebook. I'm going to go ahead and take this off because I'm going to set it up for him. I was so excited. I told him, I said, your Staples ARC notebook is going to be here today. Aren't you excited? When he was leaving for work this morning, and he was pretty excited. Not as excited as me. So this looks beautiful. This is just a nice leather hardback. It doesn't really have any padding, but one of the things that he really liked about it is he doesn't always have a surface to write on, and so you can just fold it right back on itself. It's a nice hard surface to write on. He loved the pen loop. He wants to put his Retro 51 vintage surf pin in there. I would have put it in here for him, but he brought it to work today. And it has the same flap that mine does, and it has 3 little business card pockets. It comes with the half-inch rings already on it. And so he wanted me to order him the largest rings, and I'll just show you the things that I ordered for him in a minute. One of the things that Paul Hurley, one of my viewers, and I discussed was that he got the large size, and he said that the paper seemed different, or we were talking about the paper because I said the paper in this was super fountain pen friendly. And so I was interested to feel. It is different. And so then I looked at the label to see if there was any kind of paperweight that was given on the label, and there wasn't. And so I can physically feel a difference between the two. Even though it says it's the same thing, it's labeled exactly the same way. It says heavyweight paper, I think. The one in the smaller is definitely smoother and thicker than the large paper. And I'm really not sure why. And that makes me wonder if all the inserts or the graph paper or, the calendar, if that feels different too. I can physically feel a difference, and I can see a difference. I don't think that you can see it, but this color is different than this color. This is a creamier color, and the paper is just thicker and smoother than this. Now, having said that, that doesn't mean that this isn't nice paper. It's certainly not like a cheap notebook that you would buy. And I don't want to write on his pages because, it's his notebook. But Paul said that there was a little more show through on the back. I don't know about feathering. I don't remember if he reported back on feathering, but it wasn't, there was a little more show through with this paper than the smaller paper. I don't know if that will be the case for my husband because, like I said, he's going to use a Retro 51 rollerball with it. He really likes those pens, but I just wanted to report, having felt them both and feeling and looking at them, it's definitely different paper, which is surprising to me. I don't really understand why. This is just rougher and a little thinner, and this is just a little smoother. But I think, like Paul said, it would still be fountain pen friendly enough. So, some of the other things that he wanted, like I said, he had his own idea in mind of what he wanted to do with it, but he wanted the Polly Pocket dividers, and they give you two, and they're front and back, and they're the same color, that like smoke color, and he wanted 10 black dividers. So that's what he got, and I hope that these come with the labels as well, otherwise I can give him some of my labels. Yep, they did. I don't know how many labels they come with. Let's see. Sorry about the glare. I'll never get lighting right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 20 labels for 5 dividers, and it has the little logo down at the bottom. I don't know if you can see that. So we got 10 dividers. He wanted the Post-it pad, but they didn't have any on the website. I have no idea why. I would think that would be a really good seller. They had the flags, they just didn't have the Post-its, the actual like paper Post-its. So I told him he could have mine, and I'll have to, gosh darn it, go to Staples again and get some for myself. So then he got these, I think these would be really good for like if you had a calendar or you were taking notes and you wanted to highlight something but you didn't have a highlighter, because you can see through them. It's like a highlight. And so then he wanted the 1.5-inch rings, and it says on here that 1.5-inch rings hold 200 sheets. I don't know what the deal is. These were opened like this when I opened the package, as if somebody had already had these. I don't know. They look okay. They don't look like they're busted up or used or anything. So, all right. I don't know exactly how he's going to want this binder, but I was going to try to change out the rings on camera just to show you what that looked like. So it comes with, some products, although it doesn't have all of the products that they have on here. He was also going to use a task pad, but we have the task pad already, so I'm just going to give him some of mine. Then it has a cover sheet, and I don't know if he would want that. So the way that I changed the rings in mine is I just took, some paper, and I believe it comes with 60 sheets of paper, and I just popped all the paper out. And you can't do like a whole bunch at a time. In fact, I have a little too much with that, just because it forces the paper, the little edges of the paper to bend too much because you're pulling out a lot at once. But you can see that I'm going pretty quickly without any problem. Hey, stop. Sorry, I'm talking to my dogs, not you. You can do whatever you want. Okay. Almost done there. And this one. So I think what my husband, he uses like Rhodia pads at work. I've turned him on to nice office supplies. I love when I convert somebody. Oh, instead of talking, I'll just show you. So you see the little rings? There's no way those are going to fit all of these. So what you've got to do is just, I'm just going to, well, now it's harder that I'm trying to do this on camera. I just popped them off because I've changed the rings on mine. And so I just hold down the bottom and just pull this up. It's a little, you have to use a little bit of force because they want it to be, I'm sure, sturdy enough that it can withstand doing this. So he really liked the idea. So like I said, he uses Rhodia pads at work. And he's also used Kokuyo, which I really like those as well. They're excellent for fountain pens, but they're pretty expensive. And I ordered those from Jet Pens. I've never ordered a large pad of Kokuyo. I've just ordered the small pads. Okay, so the cover's off. And so now I've just got to pull these rings off the bottom. But what he liked the idea of was just the ease of repositioning things. I've said before, I am not a binder person. I hate ringed binders. There's just something about them. You can't fold them over on themselves. You have to unhook everything, you know, clunk it out, and I just hate that. So this is kind of the best of both worlds. I love bound books, but then you don't have the freedom to position it however you want. You know, once you've written in a bound book, that's where it is. It's going to stay there. So now I'm just snapping these in. These are huge rings, but he's got the large notebook, and I think that can accommodate these. We'll see. But anyway, so he loved the idea of it being repositionable. Is that a word? The ability to reposition everything, especially, you know, just taking notes and writing down information as you need it and not worrying about the way that the order in which things are, and then being able to go back and reorder it however you want with ease, and, you know, not having to worry that it's going to fall out. And I think he really also loved being able to write, like fold it back on itself to write on it. And it looks nice too. So that was very easy to put these rings on. They gave me one extra ring, so I don't know why, but this is going to be a monster notebook. I'm kind of excited to see how big it is going to be. So then you can see I'm just reconstructing the notebook. So he really loved that it's like a bound book, but it's totally customizable. So it's like the best of both worlds. It's kind of, it's kind of bound, but it's totally able to be customized like a binder would be. With all of the inserts and everything and having folders. It's just a really cool system. Oh my gosh. Some of these are a little bit tough, but it might be the angle that I'm at. Yep, it's my angle. It's not the product, it's me. Oh, goodness. Oh, I got a twofer there. All right, so, wow, those are monster rings. I don't know if he's going to like that. But he's got a lot of stuff to put in here, and, you know, I think he might have to just deal with it. So I'm going to, well, I just wanted to show you that. It's a little bit harder to open and close because, you know, you are moving it around those large rings, but I wonder if when it's full, if it won't be easier. He said he already has a lot of plans for things he's going to put in there. And so, you know, he probably does. Anyway, let's just take a really quick look at the punch and see. So I was all excited because we were getting a punch, and then when he said it was going to stay at work, I was not as excited. So it says it has a capacity of 10 sheets using 20-pound paper, 8 sheets using 24-pound paper. I would imagine the things he's going to have at work, he could put in 10 sheets. Slide the lock button to unlock position. And there it is in the in-use position. You just put the stuff in and punch. That's it. Pretty self-explanatory. Make sure you keep your hands free of the opening during punching. That's it. Let's see it. It's a little bit heavier than a normal paper punch. Clearly. It's a behemoth here. This is big. A lot bigger than I thought. So there's your unlock and your lock. If I unlock it, I just push it down a little bit and it, you know, it comes up. Pushes down with a little bit of a snap there. Let's punch a piece of paper. well, let's just punch this side of the paper. It has a ruler here in the bottom that I can align to if I want. And so, let's see. I'm assuming if I just go like that, that'll give me the full length. I'm sorry, I think you could see it. There was this little thing I was messing with down here. It kind of fits there, so I'll assume that's... Yeah, it tells me right here. It says letter format. Oh, gosh, do you see that? It says junior format and letter format. So if we were going to keep it at home, if I did it like that, it would be a perfect punch for mine, the junior format. I'm struggling to find like a piece of paper here we can use. So for me, it would go like so. That's a nice paper punch. Perfect. And for him, it would go out. I like that little ruler and how it says exactly on there what you're measuring for. So you never get it wrong. And it's perfect. Nice clean punch. This is a nice feeling paper punch. I really like, you know, when something feels nice high quality. This feels like a high quality paper punch. I have one that I have in my classroom, and it can punch like 50 sheets because, you know, just the cheap ones. You always have to buy like industrial strength things when you have a classroom, and it works great like this one. So you can see it has a little tray for all those, and this tray doesn't actually, oh, it does pull out all the way. Great. He'll never know I used it. Not that he would care. Slides in, push it down. Woo! My goodness, things are moving and shaking around here. Push it down and lock it, and then it stays nice and compact. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this. Yeah, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.